Prescott Van Meyer III, sommelier from home. Today's episode, we dip our toes into the celebrity/social media influencer pool by trying Logan Paul's prime hydration drink. This flavor, blue raspberry. It's not a Gatorade knockoff. And when I say celebrity, I don't mean The Rock or Ryan Reynolds. I'm talking about Logan Paul. That's right. He was on Law & Order once. Ice-T arrested him. Great work there, Logan. So you weren't nominated for an Emmy for that appearance, but I'm sure over your career you've been nominated for a Streamy, a Shorty, a Webby, Tubi, a Grammar, a Talkie, Snapchatter, a Binger. I know you didn't get nominated for a Binger. I got 4 nominations. And the first 3, I didn't have to pay for. Did have to pay for the 4th, but it was worth it. Anyways, getting back to this product, which is not affiliated with Amazon Prime in any way. As we're looking at the bottle, we got blue raspberry, and honestly, Logan, gonna take some points off for that flavor. That's been around for quite a long time. Just do a regular raspberry. Just do an actual raspberry that exists in nature. Wouldn't that be more impressive? Wouldn't that be better, both for the environment, for humanity's psyche, connecting us with nature? You're already putting little lumps of coconut in there. Just take the next step, brother, and make it regular, red, natural raspberry. Are you chicken, Logan? You chicken to actually do a real red raspberry drink? Oh, I gotta make it blue because I'm a little chicken. I'm a little wimpy man. Is that what's going on through your head, Logan? You should be ashamed of yourself. Toughen up. Leave the 74-year-old boxers alone and come up with an actual natural drink, all right? Pretty easy agenda for you for 2023. I don't know why I'm so angry right now. Probably because he has 50 million followers. And I can't get to 1. Been stagnating on my follower account for quite a while now. To be fair, on TikTok, I'm still doing pretty well. You know, that's what I whip out to show people when they ask what I do. You know, that number looks a lot better. YouTube, I don't know what's going on. I'm just finding myself feeling really insecure in the space of Logan Paul. Because boy, what a titan of social media and content creation he is. But I'm not gonna let it influence my judgment of his drink. If it's a good drink, I'm gonna give him a good score. And if it's a bad drink, I'm gonna rake him over the coals. Is that how you say it, rake? Rake them over the coals? Now Logan seems to be following in the footsteps of maybe 50 Cent, who got a 10% stake in the vitamin water company back in 2004. And when that was sold to Coca-Cola for $4.1 billion, 50 walked away with about $100 million in cash. So, good for him. I love it when incredibly influential rich people just get more and more and more. Just 1% of that would be nice. 0.5%. Actually, 0.1% would go a long way for me. So, I'm still on Cameo, folks. PV3merch.com. Well, let's go ahead and give it a taste. In the world of influencers, you never know what's real and what's fake, but you can trust me. I'm gonna give you the real opinion on whether this is good or not. Definitely has that fruity candy type flavor to it. It says this is gluten-free and caffeine-free, but there is a tree nut allergy due to the coconut. So an interesting amount of labels on this. Going through the ingredient list, you can see just a lot of vitamins that they have put in there. I can't really tell you how absorbable those vitamins are, but they're floating around. And I will say the total sugars in this drink is 2, they say. And it is good. The serving size is the entire bottle, so they're not trying to trick you like some sodas do. Well, I gotta say, even though I didn't swallow, I do feel pretty confident, like I could take on some octogenarian boxer who doesn't see too good in his left eye anymore. I feel like I could really put that old man on the canvas. The 6 punches are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, anytime, Logan. Actually, interesting little tidbit, Nana was a bit of a boxer herself in her younger years. That's right, she was an amateur female boxer. A couple of times, she went into the men's ring. Won a few of those bouts. So, and though Aunt Karen was never really a registered boxer, she certainly took some swings at people at the bars. Knocked a couple of people cold out. Abby used to say, boy, it'd be nice if you were half as tough as the women in your family. Then I might actually find you attractive. It was weird, she said that before we got married. So, it was probably a red flag. It was easy to ignore them though. We were in love. Well, I was. Speaking of love, do I love this? Let's take another taste. The mouthfeel, it's a little thick for a drink that claims to have no sugar in it. So I'm wondering what's floating around in there. To say it's 10% coconut water. So there are some carbohydrates in here that don't necessarily translate to sugars. As it says, there's 6 carbohydrates, but there's only 2 grams of sugar. It's like Powerade that just came back from a GNC conference. And now it thinks it knows everything about metabolism and muscle growth in the body, even though really it just learned a touch about proteins. They are not an expert. Who'd be drinking this? Anyone with the last name Paul, except Chris or Aaron. I think they both have their own deals. You know what, I've been spitting it out. Let me go ahead and drink it how it's supposed to be drank. F you, Mike Tyson. I'm just kidding, Mike. I love you. Boy, that gets a little bitter out there. Gets a little metallic. Like I've been licking a car fender, but the old school ones that were made of metal. I'm kind of getting notes of like MD 2020, their blue raspberry, but they took out the alcohol. So what did I just drink? If you're into this type of drink, I can see you enjoying it. I can see you even being curious since the Logan Paul name is attached and, you know, he looks pretty good without a shirt on. Whew. Well, I mean, it is getting the juices flowing a little bit. I feel like I don't want to just box. I want to do some other things like buy some Pokemon. I want to, that is a actually pretty sturdy bottle there. Who else would be drinking this? People who allow social media influencers to dictate all their shopping preferences. If you're one of those people, boy, do I have a website for you. So who would be drinking this? Well, athletes who couldn't find Gatorade at the Dollar General. I would pair this with millions of views, millions of podcast downloads, just an incredible amount of exposure across all platforms. Just an endless revenue stream based on your celebrity. Well, in the space that this drink occupies, the hydration and sports performance drink space, I gotta say, Blue Raspberry is pretty decent. Well, on my score of 0 to 100, I know Logan Paul has a little over 23 million subscribers on YouTube and over 24 million subscribers on Instagram. So I'm just gonna kind of round those up and say that's right around 50 million. So a 50 sounds spot on. Do I look dead inside that I just reviewed his drink for free and I have nowhere near that many followers? Yeah, I feel dead inside. Dead inside, but hydrated.